of sex addiction, how it could affect Tiger's career, clinical psychologist Ramani Durvasula, and our own Liz Habib. You're our Tiger expert. She's our sex addiction expert. I don't want to...
Hence the outfit today.
But that's just so funny. I always thought this thing of sex addiction with these athletes was just a bunch of BS. That there's no such thing.
Is it just an excuse?
That's what I was thinking it is.
It feels like an excuse to me. I'm sorry, but I've seen little evidence of a well-defined phenomenon called sex addiction. What I do see plenty of, though, is narcissism. This idea that a person can be an object that you use when you need a pick-me-up. A highball is inanimate. It doesn't have a soul. You want to have a drink, that's fine. But you want to use a person to get over a stress or get out over a loss, that's narcissism.
Yeah, but isn't that what a hooker's for? Because that's pretty much what they're saying is he went out and got a hooker, right? That's what they're saying. So, but we expected that out of Tiger, right?
Listen, if I'd had enough money, I would have made that bet, and I obviously would have won. You can bet the farm on the fact that he was going to cheat again. It's who he is. This is a very entitled person.
So there's no such thing as sex addiction, because we hear it all the time that these men, they're famous, they have a lot of money, women throw themselves at
by the
him,
way, that's
and what
important.
is a guy to do?
Yeah. But they do throw themselves at them.
Yes.
This is Tiger doesn't walk around the world and no woman wants to go near him, and that goes for every athlete. I see it.
Right.
My own two eyes.
So how
I've
does
been
an
around.
athlete stay?
Yes.
I think because by calling it sex addiction, you're almost putting the cause of the problem outside of the person. This is something that's happening to me. I have no control. I doubt it. You can hit a golf ball that precisely, you've got some control. I'm sorry, that doesn't ring true. This idea that there's something so powerful that he cannot push back against it. This person's a father, he's been a husband, he has gone through school, he has discipline. So in this one area, it's not likely. And sex is an interpersonal context. Again, turning it into an addiction as though he's using drugs or alcohol doesn't ring true, especially when you look at the personality characteristics that make up Tiger Woods and many athletes.
I'm certain you find a lot of your other colleagues who might disagree with you. I mean, there are plenty of other psychologists out there who treat people for sex addiction.
And let's go to Tiger. Tiger went to a program. Do you remember he had to have an apology? He went through a sex addiction
Yeah, that worked out real well.
What's a sex addiction program? What do you learn in a sex addiction program?
There's a show that has sex that's about sex addicts and treating sex addicts.
And I bet you if you track those people out long enough, you're going to see that they're back to their same old behavior. So really, their best choice is not to get into a relationship. We only tend to label people sex addicts when they're in a relationship and hurt someone else.
Otherwise,
that's like only calling someone an alcoholic when they're married.
So when's it the woman's fault? Because women do get blamed for this. Look, maybe Lindsay should have traveled with Tiger. She should have been there. Elin should have been there. What you know?
Not okay. We are evolved past chimpanzees. Okay, we're human beings
Well,
with this big front parts to our brain. We know right from wrong. And you cannot tell me that this man, who's a high-functioning person, can't shut that impulse down in the name of something larger, like his family or his partner. That feels like a narcissistic personality.
Let me ask you this. As Liz mentioned, these athletes
they do.
get a lot of women thrown at them. They get a lot of attention. I won't say a word, you won't say a word. Do you find that these athletes or famous people or celebrities or people with money tend to cheat more than the general public because of their opportunities, right?
It's a culture of entitlement. The more entitled you are and the less frequently you experience consequences from your behavior, the more likely you are to do it. It's that simple, and they can get away with it. They have more supply, so they have more to draw on, and they can be protected and try to shroud themselves from it. Most other people end up getting a divorce.
So Lindsey Vonn took off. She said, okay, that's it, I'm out.
Good for her.
If she should come back?
If she should come back, then I would leave a packed bag by the door.
Right?
Get a go bag, Lindsey Vonn. Get a go bag.
Yeah.
You know what you're getting into, right?
You know what you're getting into.
If a woman keeps going back to the same cheater,
listen, it's all about managing expectations. You know what's going to happen. You may love the guy. I'm not going to deny the real human feeling here, but let's keep it real. And the fact is, you're signing on. You know the opportunity cost of this, and the odds are he's going to cheat again. So get your head around that instead of crying over it like it's a lost fairy tale.
Are you born a narcissist? How do you become a narcissist?
It's something that develops over early childhood and a lot to do with sort of early parental relationships. And I think back to the athletes, they're often developed as one-trick ponies. They learn one thing well, but what they don't learn to do is regulate their emotions and their feelings. And so they use quick fixes like a sex worker after a bad match.
All right, narcissism, the next topic. For
Yes,
Ramani.
that's fascinating.
I'm your girl.
All right, thank you so much,
Maybe he's addicted to love.
Oh, come on.